All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash the like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, by the join button, definitely we appreciate you big time, because that's how we keep our lights on the channel. If you want to become a member, you click the join button and just do that thing. All right, so what we're going to be discussing today, we came 10 minutes earlier because we know that it's a 1 hour program, but we're giving everyone an opportunity to get an extra 10 minutes. So as you could see, you saw Mr. Butler, Mr. Chung on the title. We're going to discuss how good is Jamaica football development. We're going to discuss, and we are going to talk about the Malmo situation as well. And as you could see there, we are going to talk about the quality of the U21's Chelsea team. All right, yes. Let me give persons there bless up that already joined the chat. We have Kevin in the building. Chevon, big up yourself. Then we have our brother Warren Webster. Massive respect. All right. So let me start here, and thanks to everyone that made it easier for me by sending clips, because I worked the entire night last night and I never had any opportunity to go around and watch streams. So you guys made my job very much easier. All right, yes. And this was a title that we needed to do for a long time, because all of our titles kind of go closer to it. So anyways, we had a situation yesterday when we talked about the U15s never made it to the Malmo tournament. So we had a few things which Mr. Dennis Strong came out and spoke on it, which is the GenSec for the JFF. He came out and spoke on it. All right, so it confirmed that they have not reached anywhere, and it was due to them not doing their jobs. I don't need to go into what part of the jobs they never did. The fact remains that they never did their job. All right, yes. So, and he admitted to that. All right. We're now, after him speaking, he said that they're going to have a next tournament, and is like, to me, he was trying to allude as if that is like the main tournament for the in terms of U15s. All right, yes. But when I looked at the teams for the Malmo tournament, I kind of say the other, because the Malmo tournament, they have Sevilla, Malmo FF, SL Benfica, which is the best academy in the world, RB Leipzig, Dinamo Zagreb, and POA KFC in that tournament. So to be honest, the U15 tournament would not be as big as this. The only difference with the U15 tournament would be if you don't make it, you would be penalized for it. But the quality would not drop. I think the quality of the Malmo tournament is significantly higher. Is actually higher than the Concacaf U15 tournament. So that is a big difference. So I do believe that when he said that don't think he actually dug into those information. You understand me? Because this was a good opportunity for the guys them to really kick in. All right, it's a big opportunity for them, because these are some of the best U15s and programs in the entire world. I am not asking you, I'm telling you. If you Google it, you're going to see Benfica as the #1 in the world. All right, and you have 2 out of the top 20 in the entire world on the list. All right, so you would never get a better opportunity than what you got right here on this listing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So that's the first point. He was literally acting like it's nothing big, and they're gonna move on to the next thing, which is very much not. It's not the right image you want to give out. You get me? Because it's kids on the line, their feelings and their parents and everything was on the line. And I don't like the approach the nonchalant approach. It was not nice. You know, yes, but that's from me. So if you do see it different, I have no problem with that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, Joseph Brown, big up yourself, guys. As you come in, smash the like button because that's how it wakes up people out of their bed. So 29 people here, smash the like button so 29 more people could come. If we reach the 29 likes fast, and let me still make this video go to 200, even though we have a 1 hour crack. All right, Seth. Good morning, my American brother. How are you feeling after that big showing from the Nigerians? Let me know. Tyrone, bless yourself. Thanks for being here. And then we have property for sale. Massive respect. Yeah. Seth, thanks for passing through. But I prefer you would have been over the next channel, you know? Not listening to these Jamaican drama. All right? Yes. Jamaica might never get an invitation like this again, and this may make the assistant coach look bad as he coached for them as the story goes. Okay. All right, respect for that. Josh Widner is going to Benfica Academy. Looking forward to seeing how he develops. All right, so American here telling you the quality of Benfica. So the nonchalant act towards this not entering is a little bit naive. You understand me? And I'm fair to say that. You get me? It's a little bit naive because this is the opportunity of a lifetime for these kids to really go knock head with some of the best talents in the world and some of the best academies in the world. All right, so this is a big hit more than anything else. All right, yes. What I never liked again, he said, we're not going to tell you where we went wrong. All right. Yes. Like how they pinpointed before previously, they pinpointed who made the error in the JFF, and people will get penalized for it. He said they're not going to do so. So that is a lack of transparency. Right there. All right. So that is a lack of transparency right there. I don't respect that. That simply means you came in to say that you're going to do better and you're going to be more transparent than the others and everything is going to look good. But you're trying to do the opposite, and you're trying to force people to accept you doing the opposite. So that is not good again. So really and truly, that little cameo interview, it was not a good image on him. You understand me? To me, what I've gotten out of that is a bully mentality, and they're trying to force things down on people to accept it, and it's not acceptable. You understand me? It is not good at all. From me, I don't know what you guys took from it, but I never really took anything good from it. And Jamaica Football Federation is not in a better hands. And I've said that from the first day I've listened to this person, and I'm not going to change because he has not convinced me as yet. You understand me? He has not convinced me. Nigeria was very impressive. It's also difficult to beat the home team in those types of matches. Yes, that is true. JD, we need to hold those power accountable, and parents might just be turned off to send their children. They might doubt that the players are well taken care of. Okay, that is something else. Nikai said Chung take people for fool. It could come off from that side. All right, and guys, let me educate you on the matter. It is not one tournament Jamaica missed over the last 4 years. It is every damn tournament they have missed over the last 4 years where they get the opportunity to go to. So this is the third Youth 15 tournament. So don't let anybody fool you. They just missed one last year. We call up Mr. Speed on it as well. They just missed one last year. So don't let anybody fool you. They just missed one that they were on it, and it's a Caribbean one where in which 80 was the victor for the second year running. And that is a quality tournament. I saw 80 look very, very good. It's a quality tournament. Jamaica would have gotten more experience from that. All right? Yes. So they missed that as well. And when I asked Mr. Speed saying it's like money. I have the video on the channel, so I'm not going to tell any lie on him. You could go there and hear what he has to say. So that proved to you that it's all tournaments. It's not one tournament. It's all tournaments. So this is like the third tournament they are actually missing for the age group that they said we can compete until that point. You understand me? So that makes it even worse. Yes. Marcella, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Shadow Striker said they get fined for missing this one? No, they might not get fined for missing this one because it's the fine that they naturally got is under the Concacaf FIFA banner. That's how they normally get fines. These things, once you report to the personnels from early, they have other teams to fit in for you. The hotels that you're going to be staying, they will make others stay at it. You get me? They don't have to compensate you for nothing. So they won't necessarily have to fine you for nothing. So you don't really lose much. I can tell you that that's what they're gonna, unless they're gonna cook it up and tell a different story. And if they tell you that they get fined for it, I will go and investigate it separate to bring the truth to you. But it more likely not that case. All right? So they don't get any fine for that. Patrick, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. And then we have our brother Din. How you doing, man? Hope, yeah, man. The stream is here. You guys put the 200 likes, so I had to come back with written paper for you guys. All right? Yes. So now let me flip over to Mr. Craig Butler. Mr. Craig Butler went on Elite Sports, so you could go there and check that out for yourself. He called in, persons click that and send it the part that he talked on. So if I'm taking him out of context, I am very sorry because I can't listen to all of those streams because I don't have the time. I am on a different time zone, so I only can get from what people gives me, and I put it there and then do the research on it and bring it to you. So Mr. Butler, he said a few things there. Which you could say he has proof for it, and maybe it needs to clean up over time, as in the quota system is still alive. I tend to believe that it's still alive, but they're behaving a little bit more condescending and how they initiate it, to be honest. Yes, so it's still alive, and I've said that the other day, and I've got the proof. So once I got the proof, I believe that quota system is still alive and running, but they're just doing it in different manner. So Mr. Butler, on that side, I think he's accurate on that side. You get me? Because he would have the ability to get similar proofs as myself. So yes, it's still alive. But when it's still alive, it kind of benefits Mr. Butler as well. You understand me? Yes, it kind of benefits Mr. Butler as well. All right? Yes. But I think he's accurate right there. They don't want to get shown up and proven wrong about that we matched up. Yeah. If you didn't learn from missing the first tournament, I'm concerned about the competency of the personnel who is running the program. Yes, and that's what I've said as well. Then we have Warren said, JD, yes, JD, speed came on and said, at that level, they are as good as anyone else. Yes, but we seems to can't see them at that level. So, Mr. Butler, I think I agree with Mr. Butler when he said the quota system is still in play. And I think it's still in play based on what I'm seeing. All right? Yes, I do think it's still in play. Yes. What I have to ask you now, you really think forcing people in the national team helping none of these players? Be honest to yourself. Yes or no? Explain to me. Explain to me. All right? Yes. Explain to me. All right? I'm going to drop the link as well because I have some other thing, but I don't want people said I didn't give them opportunity because remember, this is on a 1 hour program, you know. All right? Marlon should pass by. So when he comes on, we will talk further than that. What happened? I know Mr. Butler and Chung. We have Bala Kick. One thing about my shows, it's very much organized because I don't have time to waste. So all I do is just pull up at the video. I'm not going to repeat back for you alone. All right? Yes. Very sorry. Because something you're going like you want me thump you up, you know? No, company man, the reason why I will agree with Mr. Butler is damn because I have the proof too as well. But all I'm saying, when they use quotas, it kind of benefit Mr. Butler as well. So the fact that he came out and said that, it's good, and I respect him more. I respect him to stand up and say something, even though it go in his actual benefit. All right, Martin, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Company man, at least you see, company man, I'm not biased. I am not biased when something goes something and I have somewhere and I have the proof. So once I have the proof, I am going to agree. Company man, it proves that I'm not biased. All right, yes. Yes, and next point now, Mr. Butler, because I agree with that statement of the wait again, and now he started to talk about he went on his rant, which is something that he always goes on. His rant is to say that all his players should be in the national team, and the guy, the kid, the midfielder, the defensive midfielder kid, he played one of the best games for Jamaica in the U20s, which is true. He played good in that one game. But the next game he was embarrassing. In the next game he was weak. Got pushed off the ball every single time. So why are we avoiding what took place? Because the facts is there, on the Concacaf website, so you can check it for yourself. So he was good in one game, but he was piss poor in the next game. So if we're gonna use one to select him, we have to use the next side to say that okay, maybe he's not fully developed as yet because one game he was so good in, and then the next game he was so poor in. All right, so we have to be honest to ourselves. So Mr. Butler thinking that he should be in the national team. No, I don't agree with that part. I don't agree with that one. All right, but I do agree with half of the statement that he played one very good game for Jamaica U20s. So that is definitely true. So that is Mr. Bicknell he's talking. All right, Bicknell, he played one good game and the next game he was very poor. Very, very poor. You go there and watch it, and once you're watching using football metric, he was very poor. So that is where I let it off. And then the next one now, Mr. Butler is in some relations with the Chelsea team at this point because obviously they are trying to get something done with Mr. Dujan Whisper. We don't know how far that is at this point because obviously to do transactions it takes a while. All right, and worst off, you're coming from an area where you have a lot of different stipulations that tied in to make it more difficult for them to transfer. As in the what your FIFA ranking, your FIFA points, your club points, your age, all of those things come into play. All right, so I thought it was Joe Shields. Joe Shields is the Chelsea representative that Mr. Butler we spotted him speaking with. So Mr. Butler, he made a next statement which I had to go and fact check again because once he talks, I have to fact check him because I don't want to come off fighting against him as to what the company man says. So I had to go for it. So he said the representative said that his players are comparative or better than the Chelsea U21s. So let me know if that's what you heard or I'm phrasing him wrong before we continue the conversation. I'm not going to continue the conversation until you guys confirm that's exactly what you heard. All right, because I pulled it up 4 times, 4 times to make sure. All right, to make sure. And once you confirm that, then I will continue on the conversation. Sometimes I wonder if those running our programs are capable. Butler gets his players to tournament JD. Let me take one step by step. Ara said maybe it's just a way to keep the JFF interesting. All right, okay. Fair enough. Big up one Spence, thanks for being here. That is the truth, JD. Good one. All right, fair enough. So let me know if that's what I heard from Mr. Butler. Because at one point he was talking about the 15 years old, and then he skips over to say that the man said that he's saying that these guys are better than the U21s. But when I've listened to it well and listened to his, because sometimes he's talking, so he kind of mixed up his statement. But I thought he meant that his players are comparative towards Chelsea U21s. So I had to go now and check a few things because I want to make sure when I'm coming here to reason with you. Because when I'm checking it, I went back to the same line. People give me the timestamp. Went back to the same line on the video. I heard a few people saying he's exaggerating and stuff. I don't believe the statement. Yeah, I don't believe the guy would have said something like that. I just think it's an exaggerative phrase from Mr. Butler right there. Yes. But anyways, I went to the U21s. The U21s is valued at 58 million at this point. So if they are comparative towards the Chelsea U21s are better than the Chelsea U21s, what I am expecting from Mr. Butler's camp now, for the next 5 years, I should see 7 players out of the camp leaving to bigger clubs, and they should have a market value upwards of 5 million to 25 million. Because just a while ago, I'm going to turn on my next phone. Levi Colwell, is it Levi Colwell, the player's name? Levi Colwell. Brighton offered 30 million for Levi Colwell. He's registered under the Chelsea U21s. He's playing for Brighton on loan. He's valued at 15 million. And they offered 30 million for him. And guess what Chelsea did? Even the player coming out and cursing off Chelsea. They just turn it out. Look at Sky Sports. Type in Saka Sofa. Type in Saka Transfer Market. And he's registered. Type in Chelsea page. He's registered under their under 21s. Mothersill is registered under 21s. Hutchinson, that Jamaica, desperate to cap for Jamaica under their U21s. So Levi Colwell just qualified in Europe in a different team. I am honest to you, I don't see one player in Jamaica that I think can make the Chelsea under 21s. That's just my honesty. I was having a conversation with Marlon and that's what I said. I don't see one player can make the Chelsea under 21s. They have to prove me correct. I have watched the Manning Cup. I have watched the JPL. I've watched almost everything and I have not seen one player with the age can make the under 21s. And yes, I've said it. That's what I said. And that's based on my assessment. And true, a lot of people said it to me. I said I would have found the person, cut the clip out of the video, and literally post it on Twitter. And you guys all retweet it back to that person and ask him, is he truly believe that Phoenix has them quality players here? And oh, you're going to get them. Because we want all of them to be signed tomorrow. Because I heard the statements around Whisper, and they said it's around close to 900,000. I have not gotten any full check on that as yet. I am going to wait to see that. So why is it if they are better than the U21s? Colwell going for 30 million. Others going for 15 million. Why would it take 900,000 for Whisper, which is your biggest output? Why would you take that if that's the truth? Because that's what we are heard. But I have to stay on point because remember, I'm just putting up my points so Mr. Butler can answer it. All right. So why would you take 900,000 for a player when they are comparative towards the Chelsea team? When Chelsea team range from 1 million, from 250,000 to 30 million, because a player just they just refused 30 million. So that means they want more than 30 million for that player. All right. So why is it we're not seeing Jamaican players going for more than that? So it leaves me a lot of questions to ask, to be honest. I dropped the link. So anyone wants to come on, they could come on and say their piece. It's only going to be playing at that level. All right. Let me see. Far out. Shocking. I don't hear what you said. right here. I have assessed, I have to give my assessment on it. JD, I'm watching to see the Gold Cup squad. And if we don't see the players like Latibodier, Bell, Wes Harding, DJ Russell Gregley, we know that the quota system is in full effect. Playing at the level of Chelsea 21 youths. Well, forward chucking, I have seen no player in Jamaica playing at the level of the Chelsea 21s. Madasil, if he comes to Jamaica, he makes the national team. He makes the national team. You understand me? Almost every one of the Chelsea players them come to Jamaica makes the national team, the main national team, without an issue. All right, we think we need to forward trucking just watch the football, just watch the players and watch the games. I'm begging you. These things are not accurate. And if this guy really said so, it has to be applied to con people because he can't believe this. All right. All right, so JD, most of the Chelsea PL2 team can walk in Jamaica senior team. I just said that. And I think Madasil, if Madasil gets his passport in time, he's going to prove to you again, because I think he would have been the Jamaica best swinger and striker under a certain age as well. If you get Barstow would have been Jamaica's best striker, best young striker under 21, and that's not even a question, because his proof is there in the pudding. All right. Nikai says facts. Agreed. JD. Well, if people disagree, I welcome it. I have the link there, and you come and educate me, because all I'm going with is statistics and facts. All right. Joan Spence, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yes, JD. The under 21 ball carrier, they will laugh. All right. JD. So is it Butler who got that money and seeing that Phoenix is not club? Of course he's going to get money out of it, but tell you what, I can't talk about money that we don't even know if it's true, if he was actually sold for that, if he was actually sold anytime at all. We don't even know, Siobhan, because you have to get things completed for money to change over. So we don't even know if the player has been sold. All right. Chelsea PL2, Ian Matson, value $12 million. Yeah, but we're talking about the other guys that everyone would have known because they saw them in the Premier League playing, but they are registered as under 21s. So for a person that should be informed on the Chelsea, I don't think he would make a statement like that. I just think it's just Mr. Butler exaggerating. I don't think he said anything like that. So I would not want to put the guy out there. Brain Drain, big up yourself. Massive respect and thanks for the super chat right there. Triple E said, I don't believe they are better than the U21s. It's more comparable. I don't think it's even comparable. Triple E. I saw Mr. Butler play as them. They just played the Costa Cup and the Manning Cup. We just saw it for ourselves. So what kind of makeup story we can use? He has no other players than the players them playing in the Manning Cup. We just saw them. They were not the best players in the Manning Cup. They were not the best players in the Manning Cup and the Costa Cup. I've watched them. Whisper made the top 2. I put Whisper second behind the defensive midfielder based on performance. But talent, I would say talent, Whisper I wouldn't I think Whisper have the higher ceiling. This higher ceiling than my boy there in the defensive midfield. That is true. You get me? But I think he performed better than Whisper in the overall Dakasta Manning Cup thing. So and then when it comes on to the end, the guy got the best player from his side. You get me? Obviously they never had a joint Manning Cup and Dakasta Cup, so we couldn't know what they think. But it goes to prove what I was saying from day one. Say, my boy for that play defensive midfielder, drop his name in the chat. He was the best player, and the people tried to go against me, and he got the award. But JD, the price of a player doesn't necessarily mean the quality. No, it means the quality as well. My brother, company phone. I am watching the players them. On company phone, I don't come here and tell you foolishness. So I send you go there to watch the players them. I have watched the players them. I've watched the league. If Chelsea U21 come here, they dog walk the Manning Cup and Doncaster Cup and actually win the Premier League as well, the JPL. Without no problem, they win the JPL. Company phone. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. I am telling you. All right. A lot of people don't watch EPL2. It's on YouTube, guys. Please go there and watch it. Go there and watch it, people. Please, me, I'm begging you. Educate you yourself, guys. So when people talking things like this, you can have a strong conversation with them to see where their heads at. All right. Just go there and do it yourself. Marlon, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Did you get the link, Marlon? I sent you the link, you know. Gregory Iron said, JD, Phoenix is not a club. It makes a difference when you sell a play. Okay. JD, don't you think the ranking of Jamaica can influence the price of a player? No. Joshi, Jeshi, or Jshai? No, it's not. No. Leon Bailey valued 35 million when he made a 25 million transfer going over to England. You thought you're saying that if Leon Bailey was English and go to Germany and did the same thing, he would have valued more? I am not 100% sure because I saw other English players that's playing good don't get rise in their valuation. You understand me? I saw Ivan Toney rush to double figures the first year, and they jumped him up like 2 to 5 million. Leon Bailey was valued more than him. Ivan Toney had to score the same amount of goals and plus more 2 years in a row before he jumps up in value. Obviously, you're gonna say that because he's black, but no. When I'm looking at the valuation, the location of you don't change anything. It don't change anything. I saw Americans, I saw Costa Ricans valuing millions of dollars. Valuing millions of dollars. You just saw look at this. Look at this. Jshai, look at this. You have a kid from Gambia named Adama Bojang. He plays in the U20s World Cup now. Chelsea trying to buy him. Look where Gambia ranks. Look where Gambia ranks Jshai. And why is he valued so much? His market value now on transfer market is 200,000. They want 7 million for him. 7 million. He scored 2 in the World Cup so far. So Jshai, watch how much million they're going to pay for him. Watch how much million they're going to pay for him. So that simply means is what you do and what stage you do it at. Kicks up your market value. So you might go on it now, you know. Type in Adama, A-D-A-M-A, Bojang, which is B-O-G-J-A-N-G. Watch how much he's going to be sold for, and his market value is 200,000. So watch how much he's going to be sold for. Chelsea trying to buy him now. Chelsea trying to cash out now, but Tottenham trying to buy him, Bayern Munich trying to buy him. All right, so watch how much he's going to sell for Jshai, and you're going to look where Gambia ranks. Look where Gambia ranks Jshai, and that answers your question. That answers your question right there. Triple E, big of yourself, and that's why I've watched all football so we can give it accurate reading. I'm going to drop the link again. So I don't know if Marlon have the link or something. Let me drop the link. So others can come in. You can educate me on it. But I am going to keep and give you other information that you have to go and check for yourself. And then you can come back. All right. All right. Yeah, Douglas and Satchel. Douglas. All right. Yeah, Douglas is the name. It might not be facts, but that don't mean he didn't say that. JD, you don't know that, only assuming. I am assuming in terms of the quality of the PL2. Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. I've dropped the link. Okay, so company man, you think that if the Chelsea under 21 comes here, they are not gonna win the Premier League. All right, all right. Yes, guys, get the likes up to 100. As I said, the target should always be 200, and we always have a 1 hour show. And we are always out there for you to say a piece, you know. You understand me? Yes. He might have just said in a way, the player good and probably just say that. All right, all right. But we are having a discussion. We are having a discussion. The discussion went to the quality of the PL, the team. Come on, JD. Can't even mention JPL. No, 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 no. JPL is better than the Manning Cup calling quest. Don't the JPL is better than the Manning Cup. JPL is better than the Manning Cup. You saw Satchwell dominate the Manning Cup. Right. Relius Youth said, when Jimenez went to Circle Breaker, I didn't hear you question how much he was sold for, but no, it's a big deal. What 17 years old? No, 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 no. I said I don't know how much. Realist Youth, come on, man, Realist Youth. You're having a conversation, Realist Youth. I said no, because he can't be sold until everything completed. Jimenez transferred from a free Realist Youth. They never quit. They written how it go, and he signed on his deal. That's how it goes. Realist Youth, and I reported it Realist Youth the exact way. Click the video, Realist Youth. He signed on a joint contract. You have Younger Circle, which is the youth 17s to 21s, and Circle Braga is the bigger one. All right, he started off with Younger Circle, played a few games. Then you had international window came in, and then they looked at him and how he performed in a game that I should have went to, which is the friendly before the international break stopped. And then because people had to be rested and rotated, they said, all right, they're gonna put him up. And then he looked solid in the first game. All right, readers, you so come on. Stop making it this about one player. This is about personnels. At one point, Leon Bailey was ranging from 70 million to 70 90 million, but due to injury, his value dropped 19 to 21 years old. No, I have never seen that before, advocate. So I am going to try and research it again because I've checked it, and Leon Bailey market value never exceeded 50 million. Never exceeded 50 million. So I would have to check that first. But Liam Bailey market value never exceeded, his valuation never exceeded 50 million. Never ever. In terms of what they have sent on the screen. So I can't say anything more than that. I've never seen Leon Bailey market value goes over 50 million. Never ever. Because he was in his best form when they actually transferred him. And they sold him for 25 million, and his market value went up to 35 million after sale because of his form. You understand me? All right. Hold on, my brother. Mute your mic, please. Yeah, I'm getting some kickback. Mr. Butler said he will always be biased when it comes to his player. Well, now that's why we are talking the actual statement here. That's all. JD Boyang has evidence what he can do on the international stage. But I'm just educating people. And Gambia is not a higher footballing country than Jamaica. So when we are saying that it's Jamaica, why the market value not so high, I just brought up one player. Not because he went and did it on the high stage, Marlon. I'm just saying he was a nobody before the African Cups of Nations. He scored his goal, get his opportunity to go to the World Cup, and his team still remain a small nation, just like Jamaica. So I'm just trying to explain to the guy that valuation don't come from a location that you're from. To be honest, obviously with England, it could be English tax, and the reason why English tax make player more expensive in the region of England because it's mandated to have them on your roster. So if you want the best players, then it's going to cost you a little bit more because other clubs know about it. That's the reason why English players tend to be a little bit higher on the price side. All right. Butler doing this, so we keep talking about him. But he made some points, what I actually agree. Bayern Munich offered big money for Bailey. But when I checked it, it's not 70, 90 million. Bayern Munich never even wanted to pay so much. Advocate review. They never wanted to even exceed 40 million. I think it was 32 million the last quote I could have I remember seeing. So I'm going to check back and bring the facts to you. All right, bless up, Brown Beer. I'm waiting to see the team. Oh, just avoid the team because I'm telling you, you're going to be cussing when the team comes out. All right, you're going to be cussing. JD, no cup in JA can. Butler knows how to market any player. All right, then fair enough. All right, if it's a marketing strategy, I would go with it. But I'm just giving it facts because I'm watching worldwide football and I cover worldwide football and I work with people worldwide in football. All right, so I'm just giving you the facts and saying that advocate some of these statements I can agree with some. And I agreed with a lot of Mr. Butler's statement today, but only one I disagreed with. And you guys are coming for me. So that is wicked. JD, not much knowledge of football minds in Jamaica. Some big belly men see an opportunity and come into to exploit it. Richards, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Football Global, big up yourself. What a go on now? We're just discussing a few things. Marlon, remember, so I only have an hour in a brother. All right. Whisper was not sold at no cost. He is just an academy player, which means he is a free agent. Stop waving 900,000. Realest youth, you're gonna be the next person that I'm going to have a fight with you if you continue saying things that I've never said. All right. I've never said he was sold. I literally said I don't know because I know the process goes. So I am not sure if he was sold for no 900,000. Pull back the damn video and listen well. All right. I don't know why we have to be some shields to people, brother. We are having a conversation. You don't need to be a shield. You don't need to protect nothing. We don't lie here. We bring facts and put it on screen and make you make up your mind and make you go around corner because you're gonna always try to protect something. All right, I've never said anything. I saw 900,000 floating around, so I said I will have to wait. So I am giving him the benefit of the doubt, and you twist the story. First you said something, and I proved that you're lying on me. Then you said something again. So realest youth, be a real youth and stop be a fakest youth. Tennessee, big up yourself. Then bring in CC. CC, good afternoon, my brother. How are you doing? Good morning, I should say.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Read the whisper argument. I think Fabrizio did say, oh, the investment Chelsea made was a little bit under $1 million.
Yes, that's what he said, but that's why I'm saying I will wait because I know all these guys stay like realest youth. And you see that Fabrizio Romano said it, and I said that was what floating around. He never goes to Fabrizio Romano channel and tell him that. He comes to my channel and try send me. I try say that.
No, but I think that part of it was hashed out already where the man say XYZ, and I think we'd have to wait till we see like the actual deal come through and them sign.
Yeah, but CC, what me say CC, that me just say? So why this man just hate me and just want to fight? He may listen and he want to fight. Continue CC. Wow.
Yeah, I don't, but the thing about it is, I don't know why the man them want to inflate certain value. I've never heard of Leon Bailey being, I think at one point in time, if I'm not mistaken, it probably would have been 40 million. But I've never heard anything above that region.
Yes, I heard 32 million. Bayern was interested, and it looked like it would have gone up to 40 million. What you could say now, you could say he would have valued more now because inflation has increased over a couple folds. So maybe if it was now Bayern was interested, it could have say 50, 60 million. So that could be true.
Yeah, but to be honest, like I don't know why persons want to harp on the value of the thing. More than like as a Jamaican born player, I think he would have been the highest sold player as a Jamaican. I don't want to say as a Jamaican something there, naturalized player, person not naturalized born. So if he wants a Jamaican born, probably develop up to like 15 years before him go overseas. You can put that there, but it's not like I don't think we need to say 60, 70 million when these things can be proven. You know what I think a lot of persons not realizing. Unlike Jamaica. You know what the
Reader Suits is a puppy show, the man.
JD.
You can't continue CC. No matter Reader Suits is just a puppy show, brother. This brother.
So there's no way you can come out. If if you want to talk about
CC, your mic play up CC. Jump off and jump back on the CC. Me don't know what going.
Yeah,
All right.
JD.
Really, you. Me not need to celebrate nobody greatness. Me I do educational stuffs and researching.
JD.
All right. Me not need to
JD.
talk about nobody greatness. Me not talk about Mr. Butler. Me never talk about Mr. Whisper none at all. So stop this
JD.
foolish realist youth. If you don't find our channel good enough, you don't come back here, realist youth. It's okay. I am okay to be without your realist youth. All right. Yes, I'm okay because a lot of
JD,
you
you
guys
hear me?
can't have a conversation. You go ahead, Siobhan.
Yeah. Realist youth. JD is not making up anything. When the deal was
Wow.
announced, Romano came out and said that the deal was under $1 million. It was never transferred by me from Harborview. So yeah, JD,
All right.
the
So
question, my question somebody asked earlier regarding to the amount itself. I know that if there was an amount, it would have to go to a club because Butler cannot get it unless it's an agent fee.
yes.
So I know that Phoenix is not a club, it's an academy. So you're not going to buy a player from an academy. So is it that the club where Whisper was still registered to, they would get the funds?
No, because the 900,000 would have been dispersed as development fees. You understand me?
Development
So
fees.
you have different stages of development fees. He represented at the club. His father is here. He was never transferred by me from Harborview. That is his father. We're not going to even take off nothing than his father. I don't know how this become a part of about Whisper, which I don't want to talk on it too long. I don't, because we have a lot of things on this. We just brought up Craig Butler and we gave Craig Butler praise. But the realest youth never came in when we were giving Craig Butler praise, because you have these people in the chat. Them just have one way. And a them a world about Jamaica football. So fakest youth, him a world about Jamaica football as well. You understand me? Yes. Continue. Yeah, because me and him have forgot it because them a try tarnish my reputation, you know?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that the main reason somebody jump on to make real estate, because it's not like that JD and make up something. It was what Ramon Fabricio had reported. The deal had gone for less than £1 million pound itself. So with JD saying that he heard reported 900,000, JD never said that the deal is 900,000. JD said that it's reported. He saw something online and it's reported, but he's not guaranteed. JD is not 100% guaranteed it's a 900,000 either.
But realist you telling lies on me, so me just tell realist you say him not admit a lie. I'm telling him. Him saying just have a conversation. But how can you have a conversation and what I've never said? Yeah, but let us move off of that. Richie, big up yourself. Me not continue this conversation, Richie, because me never come here to talk about Whisper at all. Me come here to talk about Craig Butler, Mr. Chung, Jamaica State of Football. Whisper came into it, but man, I make it personal. Me really suit anytime you talk nothing about Phoenix and anybody with them like them can't hold a straight conversation. You get me? All right. Oh, war starting. All right, every man on the panel now, guys. Let me keep it sane. People, 130 here, get it to over 100 likes. Get it to 200 likes if you want the show to continue tomorrow. Yes, so that's how it goes. We still have what? Almost 1 hour. Wow, we have only time. We do good. All right, so get the likes to 200, guys. All right. So let me continue. Finish your point, Siobhan, and let me continue. All right.
Yeah. So this I just want to say regarding the under 15, when they heard the interview yesterday, it was, as we said, it was a bit nonchalant, as if like it happened, so just accept it. We have to look at it at a broader perspective, because the reputation can be a big thing as well. And then the fact that you said that you had pulled the plug before, and then they still had the boys going to get their documents the day before the planned departure. To me, it just seems a bit disingenuous, like a time, like a, that's what I said, JD. It was just nonchalant, and I think that itself can be a deterrent in persons' belief in the JFF, because if you say you had pulled the plug from earlier, why you still make the team actually go try get the visa the day before the scheduled departure. So to me that was a bit concerning.
Yes, it was a bit concerning, and when he played it down, like the quality of the tournament, like he wants to say the next one will come, the real one will come, or the next one will come. I never really liked that. I had to pull it up a few times, to hear what he's saying, and I'm saying, but you're playing Sevilla, Malmo, Benfica, one of the best academy in the world, RB Leipzig, Dinamo Zagreb. Which team in the Concacaf has these quality players in U15? What experience you're gonna get? You get me? You feel the kids them, and you're still trying to go out big. You get me? So that I just see an ego check there from what side I'm coming from. You get me? If it's not an ego, you can tell me that I'm wrong. But I just see an ego, man. Somebody fail and cannot acknowledge that they failed. The kids them, and just say, all right, then we're gonna do better. You're gonna tell me that they are not gonna expose the branch of what gave the problem. But before, the JFF was exposing the branch that gave the problem. So, it makes you better. I have to start questioning you now, because it looks like it's a bullyism and a cancellingism are going now. So, like, people can't talk when you come in. You get me? Because now we can't know who is at fault. That have to deal with in-house. No. It's Jamaica Football Federation. It's not Mr. Chung and him friend them federation. You agree
Brian,
with that?
hold on,
I disagree, because
hold on, Brian. Leaker had come out and said that the players had gone there, and it was while there they noticed there was some of the documents them weren't correct, and also when you look at the players them social media platform, you can see that the players them went out in the national gears. They went up to the particular representing Jamaica, and so you can tell that the players actually did try to get the visa.
all right, Shavan, remember other people is here to speak, you know. So Shavan, you have to do it by point, because I want everybody getting TCC at this point. So you agree on that side, because I don't know if you surrender towards they are okay to talk behind door and sort out their problems behind door. So how are we going to know that people was held accountable?
That's not true.
So to me, the last guy that got fired was better, because it came out who was at fault for each one of the mishaps them. So he was technically better via transparency route. I don't know others, Alan here and CC. I don't know what you guys have to say on that one, but I am giving the next man, the previous Gensec, credit, because they were more transparent than this man. This man I tell us, will shut up and make them do them thing in ounce.
But when I'm there, JD, probably have to show my face for this. JD, like, this man was already in JFF. So let me ask this question. How is it that you're shifting resources from one side of a failing organization to another side and expected different result? This man was in this organization when them are going with them foolishness. And then you shift him over and push out the other man because everybody are called for the next man. So you push that guy out and you bring in this guy. And then when this guy come in, there's so many blunders after blunders. It's the same blunders that the other gentleman was having. Is the same blunder that this man is having. But this man now is like, yo, you can't tell me what to do and like, don't speak on this. It is absolutely a disgrace. If you know, say, yo, the under 15 youth them have a tournament to go and then mess it up. Because it come back down to the same thing when I said, JD, when I said the people them need one liaison officer, they need somebody who's dealing with this thing. Because obviously, the general secretary don't have the time to do it. That is what it is obvious that they need a liaison. If they want to do that multi-purpose, somebody who deals with deals with these things, plus deals with when we get like players like Demari Gray or those players to come. You need somebody who deals with all of them things there. We got Pika, we go the necessary places to get the documents them ready. You need somebody as the intermediary to deal with all of them things, and you go report to the general secretary. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna knock people who are managers and stuff. But you see, this is a definite case of one of those things where a lot of times persons who in a certain position, they don't really do certain hands-on thing. So sometimes they even feel like they're not even supposed to do those hands-on stuff. So for me, I feel like the Gensec role seems like it is too much hands-on in terms of dealing with some granular things, which are important, but maybe they think they're more important than doing these things. And the role itself calls for these things. So it's not like you have to pay somebody some exorbitant money. But me I say, JD, it can't continue like, I don't know, like for me, nothing has changed. And if anything has changed, it has gotten worse.
All right.
Because
Marlon,
they
yeah,
just put one,
finish up, CC.
yeah,
Finish it.
let's
Finish
just
it.
finish
Sorry,
it.
sorry,
I
brother.
just think them put one self-important man in a the position with a name where I come out the private sector. Oh, is this, is that? Yeah, man, I say like all right, let's put it like this. The previous guy, people would have probably have him as a nobody because it's not like him have no big post in the private sector that I am aware of. But the current guy, he was financed this, he was this and that. So it's like, for example, it's like him have a bigger name per se. You put a bigger name per se in the position, but it's the same results you're getting. There's no different result, and it is probably worse because this is multiple times this happen. So the same thing. So the same thing is happening that was happening under the previous general secretary. So I don't know if a change. I think if a change is coming in, you need to change and get somebody outside of the organization. Outside, not somebody that was in the organization. It's like you remember when them get rid of the coach, JD, and them take the assistant and promote him to the coach, which is the same backroom staff. So I'm not sure if you're expecting the same result with the same people. Them. So I think this is similar to that where you get rid of the coach, which is the Gensec, in a sense, and you take somebody from our next section, put in there. So I think they need to get somebody else, bro. Like it's just not.
All right. So
But
Marlon, you have anything to say on that point, yeah? Before we jump to the chat, because I want to man in a chat. When we read the super chat, big up a lot for a reason. Said big up JD and everyone else here. JFF drama. Again, yes, it's normal. Then we have Brian Marty said, JD, I don't really have a problem with the behind door talk. You don't want to out your staff in public. Also, JD, the last manager that was fired for the youth 17s debacle was not at fault. They they just trust me. Okay. Well, the problem is if you start one way, you have to end one way. If the other persons were out, people just to clear themselves, um, you have to continue it because the next ones were deemed not good. So we don't know if you're telling the truth. We don't know if it's you at fault and trying to put it on a wide brush to say that okay, it's not me, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. You understand me? Yes. So that's why it's good to make we know at least which department. Then you get me? Yes. Let me know something. Don't just come and say a bunch of word and nothing on me, nothing night. The only thing I got from what the man said yesterday, was simple that they actually failed to put the passport in earlier. Every other else thing a gibberish, to me, You get me? Every other else thing a gibberish, You get me? Because he's not even taking accountability for the same thing that he's saying he's taking accountability for. You understand me? Yes, because he's saying, oh, we have a next competition. But anyways, I'm not going to talk so much because we have CC and Marlon here. Marlon, you have anything to say on that one? Which one of the points that we want to touch on? Because we talked a lot of them. We talk about Mr. Butler. We talk about the Jamaica football level. We talk about Mr. Chung. So let me know which one you want to chop up.
It's so sad to say that the youths they didn't get a chance to go play in this tournament. Would have been international exposure for them on the European circuit. But when I told person before that they're not gonna get the visa from early on, because if those paper didn't go in from last month, those document doesn't go in from last month, and when you're sending a bunch of visa going, right? It's a Schengen visa, and a Schengen visa to enter Scandinavia, right? You take up to 15 days to receive it. And it's a group of players, so it will basically take longer. It's not a US visa, it's not a Canadian visa. right? My Schengen visa that you basically know some issue there as Sweden and Denmark now, right? Related thing. And when I tell them I'm gonna submit them, the lady said no. So if you submit it this time, and that was from last month. That was from last month, and it's a single visa, right? Remember saying no, it's not a walking coaster like you're gonna go in and get the visa same time, right? And because even persons were saying that they could have taken Kingston KFC Kingston Football Academy and send them there. Most visa are single entry visa, right? It's not like a landing you go back and forth. So it depends on where you get the visa for a specialist, right? Some person might get a 6 month. There are 5 different types, right? And it also depends on where you enter Europe. As I told you the other day that I could have gone, enter through Estonia or something.
But Marlon, not to cut you, Marlon, but if you just went there and you completed a job that is higher security confirmation, so if you they will check it and reward you back with the next visa faster because they believe that you're going to return. Remember the visa is just to make sure you're not going to run off. You understand me? And if you just completed the security check, yeah, that's all I'm just adding to it.
But remember, in the kids' case, there are different things because if the mother signed the form and the father name is not on that form, that visa not gonna process. Right? That's how most of the European Union country work. The EU country, the 27 Euro country that they're gonna go. So it's hard to say still, but as I say still, there's another tournament there. I think they need to get preparation for the youth. Right? This is already dead, so can't really live and dwell in. So if we look forward for the future, what the youth them can do. It might hurt some of them if they're not mentally strong. So hopefully they can really build them back and get them some international games for them to go into this this under 15 tournament in August.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I do agree at that, but all I'm saying here, that was a missed opportunity because that is a bigger tournament than the Concacaf tournament. Maybe legal wise, the Concacaf tournament is bigger to Jamaica. That is true, but the quality wise, that it is a bigger tournament.
Two difference. You have that's an international club tournament, right? So that's it exposure for them. Some of them could probably even get themselves in academy. That depends on how they perform. But in international competition, you know that qualify and it move you up to the under 17 as well. But they're not an under 15 World Cup. Right. So it's a development up there. But they just as I say still when I said if I'm last year a couple years back, when you're doing with international team, you need a documentation officer. Right?
That is where we want to go to now. That is where we want to go to because realize every question asked, if they have person for that post, he seems to not answer it. He seems to tell you that somebody doing it, but not someone like you have a person that's there for that job. Like, why is it we don't have people for certain job? Is it that we have to limit down the size of the pool of people in the JFF? That we have to make one person do 60 job?
It's not that if you have somebody who don't deal with documents, there's always gonna be a mishap. Right?
No, but Marlon, he said they have the capability to do it. But that's not their main job. So why you can't just get somebody for the main job? Is it that we can't afford them?
JD, I have the capability to do travel service as well. But that's not my specialty, right? I can do it. But at the same time, you're a person who specializes in documents. Person can tell us, okay, instead of going to the German embassy, we're gonna do the Spanish embassy. Instead of going to the Spanish embassy, we go to the French embassy to get the Schengen visa fast, right? You go to the Belgian embassy, it is a faster process. And you might get, instead of getting a one entry or a single landing, right? You end up probably get 6 months on the visa. So each embassy, when you get Schengen visa, it's a whole different process, right? When I get my first one, I had to sit and wait 35 days to go to work because when I brought it into the Swedish High Commissioner, the consulate, they said, okay, it's either gonna go to New York, Toronto, or Montreal, Washington, or Mexico. So these are things. So when you have somebody who deal with documents, who knows how to do stuff, right? It shouldn't be a problem. They will say, okay, this is what required. The father and mother, both for minors under 18, right? Signature have to be on the sheet. So not having somebody who can do the job, but having somebody who knows about it is a whole different thing.
So basically, them don't need to talk anymore. Them don't need to tell you them have anything under control. Them need to just find 3 people for those 3 positions. So we're not supposed to have no problem. If it go as a problem, then people don't do them job. Simple as that.
Right? You get the person who knows how to do it, right? And put them in a position. It might cost you more, right? But when you have stuff doing and personally, yes, I know a little bit about it, but the technical part about it, you basically have to go deep in it and stuff. Remember, it's not 1 or 2 or 3 person. You're doing a group of players.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Marlon, so why? Nobody never nobody now ask him if at what point are we going to employ people for these positions? Because it has been a while, you know. It has been the same from since the last GenSec, you know. You get me? Because the president said on Sportsmax that there are people to deal with those things, but not necessarily specialist persons in those positions. That's what the president said before. So why is it then if because I saw people saying that okay, they are all right because they're all of some people are just okay with anything. That's what I realized. They don't want to question anything if it's not what they want. You know, they're not willing to question that, like to say why, you know. So anyway, some people are okay, no problem. But if we are the problem, we are the problem since the previous GenSec, and then we have the problem now. But yet still the only thing we don't change is to hire the people, the specialists in the position. So why is it not fair for we to ask when are these guys going to hire the people for all the roles? So why is that not fair to ask? So next time now, if we know that you hire those persons, we don't need to ask who messed up if the flight don't go through. Yeah, okay. This is weird though. This is weird. Yeah, Marlon, go ahead, man. I'm just saying it's weird.
And that's the thing. If you have somebody who have an idea of how to do it, they're not specializing, but at the same time, they have other things they're doing, right? So they might not have the 100% time to give the effort for it, right? So remember saying documentation, you have to check everything in details of it, right?
You don't have you might not have the time to do it.
Right? Because it's somebody is filling a gap. It's not somebody who specializes in it.
Okay, well, okay. Well, the Marley just answer our question then. It simply means this thing will never stop.
Look at this. I have a person come to me and say they want to go to South Carolina and that whole ticket and this and that and that. I'm not a special traveler. I'm not a specialist in travel agent. Yes, I have an idea. I can say, well, you can do this. You can fly this way. I want a connected flight. The straight flight might cost you a little bit more, but at least you reach faster. Right? But if I want a connected flight, we take you there and you have a layover and this and that. See? But
Danica said, Marlon. Danica said he said they don't have the money as they are working with a budget.
Well, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same. A couple years back was the same thing with some of the players.
Okay.
Some of the players they couldn't get Australian the German
visa. But Marlon, why would you need to have a coach if you can't get the player at the tournament? You see what I'm saying, Danica? Why you need a GenSec if you can't play football? It's an important role to get things done because majority of our games don't play inside Jamaica. So you need people for these positions. So that's what he's saying is absolute garbage. Because you don't need a coach for Jamaica then if you don't have people to deal with documents. You don't need a coach for Jamaica.
But as I say, you need to remember now, you have a female team, you have 3 female team, right? Or 4 female team, senior, under 20, under 17, under 16, right? Same for the male, you have 21, under 21, same way. So you actually deal with 9 teams, right?
Yeah.
So basically, key person to the documents, right? The same, if you had a documentation officer, when you make contact with the players in the UK or wherever, US or wherever they come and need documents, that person
Yeah.
should have to come in out of their way and finding time to contact the person and say, do this and do that and do that. That person will say, okay, guess what? All right, your heritage is from your grandmother. All right, your mother and father. Okay, it's easier. We need the birth certificate and this and that is easier, right? So you have the information to give to the person instead of me tell them and say, boy, you know, say your grandfather. Right, if I do this and that, boy, you know, say grandfather dead. So I forget that
Simple,
death
simple,
certificate,
because that's your
right?
job. You get me? That's a
Okay,
job. It's a part of the
death
cycle.
certificate.
All of the other Concacaf teams have that. Every damn one. You
So
don't
and
need a
then we need to
coach, so
find
fire the
somebody.
coach. Fire the coach and go hire somebody for deal with documents affair. Fire the coach because he might get the biggest money then. Because of that, to have to fire the coach and then fix all of the other lower levels them and then go back and hire a new coach then. If I that to not try say because me not understand how to build houses from the top. How to build houses from the top. That don't make no logical sense. So you gotta get the coach and the coach can't get him best players them. And then now you're gonna force and give him players where him no want. This is how this conversation come up in Marlon. When people get players where them no want, because you have people can't deal with things. You see, Marlon? Look how it connect now. Look how it easy will connect. If a man does do it part-time as to what we are realizing, him try get him at a job where him get paid for, done. And then him can't get to cover up the next side. And then, okay, 3 man left off of the team because him never get the documents early, because him talk about things the other day. Even the other day, when him talk about who man turn on Jamaica. No man not turn on Jamaica. I lie them I tell. And them sheep come and pretty up for them. And then them bulldog, them behind them sheep, and pick up for them bulldogs them. Because them man lie to people. After them always feel them lie to the people them, Marlon. You get me? So you fire the coach and pay for the other things them. And then find a coach cheaper then until you can hire a new one then. Simple. Stop billows from the top, man. Because we not do something, because why you go hire the coach and then can't give him best players them? Because you're gonna tell him say, Amari Bell injured. Because you don't have somebody where you check up on players. You fire the coach, man, and then if it's shop for so much cash, you fire the coach and take the rest of the money and do the other things, and then struggle and start from a reasonable location. I know that seems a bit extreme, but you're gonna put the coach in a position, then him have to work with lower level players and to match with him players then him can't get a win, then he get the blames, tarnish the man career. No, me can't bother with that. Hire the damn people them and stop go around corner. Let me know if I'm wrong in the chat or you agree with me, guys. Let me know. All right. That's my take then. We don't do nothing big then if we can't do it big. We can't tell so we can't hire a man. We just to keep files and contact people and research. We can't hire that person because we don't have the money. Get real, man. Marlon, I mean, I believe that. That's a lie, brother. That's a lie, brother. That's a lie, man. You can't. That's a lie, man. You get me? That's a lie. You fire the coach. We can if we don't have a football culture, we don't need a big coach. We need a football starter pack. We need to turn it into a football culture first. We don't need to hire a big coach in if we can't afford it. And fire the damn coach and then use the money to do the other things then. No, you know why it comes back to where people say them don't interested in a youth football in Marlon. I just forget to the World Cup, get the $10 million, and then start from the build the house on the top. Just start build the house on the top, Marlon. That me I see now, just to try get the 10 million US dollars, and then we get the 5.5 million. So we have maybe 15 to $7 million after added expenses, and then we can start focus on other things. But we're not gonna get there if we can't give the man we want, Marlon. We can't get there.
And that's the thing, JD. As I said, if you look at right in basically in the Americas, right, everybody have their issues and stuff. But guess what? They have a requisite person in the position to get everything going. Right? Costa Rica have them look of flaws and see me. Right? Even the other day, I was telling Ryan that person might say that USA and Mexico are the two powerhouse, but Panama is spending more money than both of them.
Yes, that is true.
Remember, no? I remember 2012.
But Marlon, remember they were behind those two teams, so it requires them to spend more money to catch up with the pack, though, as well. Continue. Sorry, just trying to put that in.
When I tell a person that Panama League didn't have the quality of the JPL 12 years ago.
Yes.
They get the sponsorship, they build the players in, they get coaches, right? They send the coaches, they farmer players, Valuation and these guys, Browns and these guys, Suarez, right? René Vega and these guys, they send them off to Spain, get the European badge, and these are the guys who came, right? And at the same time, we were still struggling to beat them. I remember sitting in stadium in 2005 when we were playing World Cup qualifier against them, when we had like 30-something shot on goal and Panama have 3. Roberto Brown score, and deliver score. So we always have a problem with them. But now they have a structure, now the system is there, right? They take their time. Remember, Panama got 9-0 or 7-0 from Trinidad, somewhere that line there.
That will not happen again. That will not happen. Right now, Panama will slap down Trinidad at 4 or 5-0.
Right? People used to beat up Panama the same way. But guess what? The new president came in with a plan and said, okay, we have to build. We have to start building from here. I guess on leak. Right? But from 2006, we start see the wall inside. Right? 2006 cycle, we start see it. 2010, they get tighter. 2014 cycle, you see they come and draw with Jamaica and then went there and beat by Jamaica. I remember going to Panama when Marlon King went there and scored that goal. He and Mika Hyde, right? We went and beat them, went there and drew with them, right? From there, the one side was there, and I think personally, I always say, okay, guess what? It's Panama, man. They are getting beat up, and this is how the Caribbean teams are creeping up on us. Remember, no, Trinidad and Jamaica and Cuba and Haiti were the 4 powerhouses in the Caribbean, right? Trinidad is behind Haiti. Trinidad is behind Cuba. Right now they're behind Suriname and Curacao, right? Trinidad.
Yeah, but remember but Marlon, the truth with Trinidad still, you know. I true Trinidad kind of left. Why Suriname and Curacao catch up so fast to them? Because them can just get ready-made players. Even though their leagues are Suriname league get better, you know. That is true. And they did do good with their previous homegrown talents. That is true. But they never catch up to Trinidad until them just get them bigger players, you know, for them can just compete with even the bigger teams, them, you know.
Yeah, but you hear Stern John come out and say it himself. He said they don't have the abundance of talented players in Europe to recruit players like Jamaica or Curacao, and he's basically telling you. So they have to try to build homegrown talent. Trinidad better infrastructure and better facility and also with more resources in the league, right? Yesterday I was watching the TT Pro League and better stadium and thing there, but we might say our football we don't get a lot of support, the spectators. I was watching there in the stadium, there was nobody watching the game. But at the same time, we see what they see the mistake they made. Right? When Jack Warner was there, everything was easy because the money, everything was there. He had all the sponsorship there, right? So somebody have to come in and start build a new foundation. So they're taking it long route back, but what they're doing, they're building from youth come up same way. So we have to basically sit and look and analyze from a different standpoint. When I told person 2015 about Damrek that they're starting a league, I was there when they started off with 16. Right?
No. Oh my God. But Marlon, they're gonna say it's just a bag of money them have. So that's why them can hire the best coaches and them can hire the bestest and the best that, you know?
Money. They make a game, they start with money because what they're doing, they're asking baseball players. They wanted to do something like MLS. So they were trying to get baseball players, former baseball players and basketball players there to buy a sort of like a franchise thing. right? And they Cibo started with few players. Then they got the Spanish coach. But what they do when they're starting, they got coaches who are qualified coaches to start their thing.
Yeah.
And that way do so. And they brought in a lot of players to develop the league.
So, Marlon, since we know the reason why, because I heard Mr. Speed them talk on it and everybody talk on it. It's clearly because them have all heap of money why them get so good so fast. So we have money. What's stopping us from getting the educated coaches them then? Since them, because of that them pinpoint, them coach have the highest badges them. So why we don't go the same route then? Why are we trying to buy time for educate our coach them to a certain level before we can reap the rewards then? Why are we complaining about others already just going for the educated coaches them and make them build the players them and them have a better stability? We have to go and educate our coach them, then them try to get a stability because they're not going to be educated then the next party already. So why we have to take that long route? Is it that we just want our coach them coach our play them? Is it that the problem? Because me not understand here if we know the solution towards things.
But JD, look at it. Remember, they know where they were and they had a plan, right? It took them a long time, but guess what? They wanted to start build the foundation, so they get players who are qualified, right? So their local coach will work with these top level coaches, right? Build their resume with them, and then go and get them the EFL. Remember, I said when Speed come out last year, and when we are answering what are the qualifications of this coach, he said it. He said Cibo and Real Vega, they have qualified European coach, right?
Yes.
Remember Damrep under 20 team, right? Had a former Spanish coach coaching them. They went to the Mexican, New workout, and they come back. So that's what they're doing.
And remember, Damrep U20 tournament, the coach was sick, right? And they put in a replacement coach, and the replacement coach level of coaching was so high too as well. And that's why they qualify for the damn World Cup. So how is it they can have a replacement coach of high level badges? But we can't have a coach who have high level badges unless you're going to pay him 100 million Jamaican dollars and above.
Puerto Rico do the same thing, getting Spanish coach to come over to coach him. Right? Remember, no? You saw Michael Johnson came across, or a former player came, took up Guyana, brought him to the Gold Cup, and where is he now? A part of English setup. So he came, bring Guyana who never go nowhere, hear them go Gold Cup, right? Played, and they look damn good in that Gold Cup they were playing, right? At least you could see what they were doing, right? Remember, so even Paula came here, I was the one who said that I'd rather have Michael Johnson, somebody who have coaching experience at international level, and is a better coach. But guess what? So they brought him in the under 21 system. He was doing good there, right? We ate the boot, right? And he's not a part of the English coaching setup. So we have to get up to date with it. If you don't have the best coach, in academies, which is there, right? Which went to to Sociedad last year. All the coach are coaching the youth players. They are A-level coach.
Yeah.
Right? They're A-level coach, and that's why that's why I say most of the players.
You know what level coach is like coaching license Raider Mark has?
I think
because European I want a European C license. Okay, good. So that means he just needs to cover maybe one more sitting and actually in games, which he's doing it in games in Jamaica, right? Because that's how you would have upgraded your license, because that's what the license goes. So he might just get upgraded to a B soon. All right, so look at that then. He came here.
That European C license will be equivalent to almost the same.
Not gonna be the top license here. Yeah, that would have been converted to top license. But all I'm just trying to show you, Marlon, for sure, say it's not by mistake. Not him win the JPL. 1 points.
but you can see it. You can
Campion, you know, see Campion I play football. You know, see Kingston football I play. So me I say,
I see the high press football they're playing. They try to play the Dutch position football same way. So you can see his benchmark on it. People say Tigat, yes, Tigat is the face as a senior coach. But everybody, I tell the person, he's the man who dropped that plan and running the system. When Redemarker went away with Kingston Football Academy, the 3-game honest struggle. And they came to Jackson to play Mount Pleasant. They struggled against them. Although the game was basically period. But you see what the man do. Right? He might be the person who sit back on the bench and he got there and the guy giving out, but he's the man with the headspace. Right?
Yeah, so we're getting our answers, but the problem is we seems to say we have a lot of money. Money is not an issue, but as soon as it comes down to doing the right thing, we seems to don't have any money. Like
they have money, but JD, you have to give account to use the money. It's not like one time they could take money and do it.
Yes. But Marlon, if you have a position that of importance in the success in getting success towards your goal, that's a part of your plan that you can write in. Marlon, so in not care what we're gonna say, getting a person to do all setups behind, like affairs, foreign affairs, and everything.
That's a critical position, so you need a person for it. So that's something you should have in a
yeah, so that's a message. You say them have money. You say them have money, Marlon, but them have write up everything. But that is a key position, which I think because America have it, Mexico have it. Those personnels, and they are bigger, and most of them, those personnels, don't necessarily need to do foreign affairs so much, but they are doing it nonetheless, and they're there. So it's just tough. Marlon. It does tough. It comes back to what I've said, and I don't care what others believe. I'm giving my opinion. I've never thought that this person is the right person for this job. None at all. And I still don't believe that he is the right person for the job today. Maybe I'm not qualified to say that, because you have a lot of people might say that I'm not qualified when they don't have nothing knowledge of football at all. And they are telling me that I'm not qualified to say that. I'm not qualified to say that, no problem. That is fair. But I listen to him, and he seems like a person that with the crisis that Jamaica had over the last 22 years, I don't think he's the right person for the job. And he's going to continue trying to get people like himself. And I just think it's going to be more problems coming. I'm telling you, because he goes for all the persons them exactly like himself.
Yeah, these are the things, and I'm not going to beat him a lot, right? Somebody who has been in a position, you're not even been there here, right? A man was there how many years right after that, right? And you don't hear nothing from him. At least he come to the public and say, yes, we make a mistake. Yeah, the man is the same mistake, You know, hear nothing from him. You might see him come on TV and make one 5 minutes and say this and that and God, right? So that's a difference. But at the same time, JD, right? Remember saying most organization, right? Most of the big organization, you don't have persons like no, US are putting more football personnel in their association now, right? And you have Julie Ford and this person coming and stuff now.
Thank you very much.
Panama football president, they had persons who were basically business person who take the organization and say, hey, what, we're going to invest the money inside of it, but this is what we want. So it's the same thing. And when I brought out Antipas, I said, I think Chris Williams is a person, right? He's a person who take Jamaica local league from nowhere and put it on the map now so you can see football, right?
Yeah.
Before 1 game per week, we can see a 4 game or 5 game for the week now, right? And everybody is better. So sometimes you take young persons and because football has grown, JD, it's not 5-10 years ago.
But right? Marlon, look at what you just said. The local league getting better. Jamaica is ranked in the top 5. Not top 5, top 8. Jamaica is ranked in the top 8. We standard should not be so low. Of a man come out and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we make a mistake." People get penalized for these things because you have people money and if you do the job because they want them give you the money because they want the best or they want to keep Jamaica in that because them region being competitive, Marlon, may you know that it sells more image rights for the region. It sells more power for the personnel them in charge. So they gave you everything for you to make sure you can be the best secondary representative for them. So if you keep on messing up like this should not be the standard because he's better than the next man guy coming out and admits to them it's wrong. You know, if you have, but that's all right, Marlon. That's all right. Me understand where you come from still, but that just should be.
Me not pick up fee, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying still he's there, and because there's a lot of flaws there, same way. A lot of flaws there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mistake has still be made, but I said if you don't have the people with the knowledge about it, it will always happen.
All right, but Marlon, before you go anywhere, before the people in the year, when last we go on under 15 tournament? Just tell the people how long we don't go under 15 tournament and how much under 15 tournaments we sign up for, Marlon. Since 2019, how much under 15 tournaments we sign up for and how much we actually go?
But even under 15 tournament, they went JD, they didn't do nothing. They just get
no, we know them to do nothing, Marlon, but we can't make that be the standard. True, we're not going to do nothing under 15. How long we not go on? Tell the people, Marlon, how much tournaments we sign up for, we don't make it.
Let me see the last one. They get 5 for the last one, or so?
Yeah, but Marlon, the last 3 under 15 tournaments we say we are signing up for, we don't make none of them. Not one. Last year we don't make the Caribbean one here. The one before we don't make the one here, and then we don't make the one here again, you know. And then we have a 4th one coming. I'm not sure if you're gonna make the 4th one. So 3 tournaments in a row we don't make.
It's something, and we can say it when you look at it comes like you don't really value. We don't value the grassroots program and everything.
Okay, and then we want to be good at youth 17s and 20s. So all we're gonna be good at youth.
And these are the same players. These are the same players who's gonna be there for the under 17 team, right? In next year and a half, and that's why I like what John Ward did the other day. He start identify the players local that he look at them and say, okay, me keep a camp with them. Which person said this player didn't get called or so far, whatever. But at least he's right and identify them. He know where he's gonna go for a bunch the bulk of his talent. But being here in Jamaica now, being on the ground, he's looking for them, right? But at the same time, if we don't have an under 20 league start playing, and I think they need to start mandate this now. All the Premier League team need to have the under 20 team playing and seek sponsorship for it, so they have an under 20 tournament before. Remember back then, that's how Shelton and all this.
Under 21s. Yeah, under 21s. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, Bridget. Finish up with Marlon because we're close off, and then make me just read the super chat.
At least, JD, you're not playing for the senior team, but you're playing football weekly. Right, so at least you be the players them there.
Yeah, but before we go, Marlon, one more thing that you added to something with the man him now do good, you know. If the man can't manage, forget a clerk for do a job. It's a whole next league. Them gonna start, Marlon.
This is something you're looking for PFGL to start. It's another development for younger players, you know? Right? Because a lot of players leave. Right? No, so it's the same thing. Remember saying you have a body who control the local professional league now, right? So our youth development we look on same, you know. So you can have the under 20 players playing, under 17 players playing in them. So at least they know they're playing football for 8 months. So the man who don't get the league up, instead of come and say, boy, I know say, God about what me can't make the team and did the same way. Right? At least we see the coaches are being more proactive now by giving them opportunities. Right? Because there are a lot of Money Cup and JPL players playing in the league. Some of them look out of sort. Some look very right, but we still see where they are way off. And I think Speed realized it the last time, and he come and said that schoolboys cannot play international football. When they went to Honduras and saw the level was there, because these players are in Honduras have a league, under 20 league. Costa Rica have it the same way. Nicaragua, where people say they don't know if they have a football team there. And when I tell a person that Nicaragua,
Nicaragua league is not a bad league as well too. They are, and they are improving rapid. They are improving rapid. But Marlon, we're gonna chop it off right here, you know, because we reach the 3:30 because I have to go and pick the kid. Yeah, but Marlon doesn't give suggestion, but I'm just asking Marlon if we can't hire a clerk, or we're gonna start a different league. But Marlon, I say other people below the JFF would have done that, but they have still get certain things in the week, and they are gonna need sponsorship. So if we can't run the JFF properly, and we can't run the JPL properly, how are we going to start a different league and manage that properly? You know?
If it was JFF running JPL, they won't get the money for it. Right? Remember,
I know, Marlon. But remember, so the girl league has struggled as well. You know? Them can't get enough sponsorship for the girl league, so them are gonna get for the U20s.
Well, that's where you're coming out. Your marketing body coming. Remember, we're sponsored by Adidas. If you can get Adidas to come and say, here, what we name it Adidas under 20 league, right? See, like how Costa Rica have. See, like how Costa Rica is sponsored by Adidas and all that. Right, so when first we're jumping that we get big sponsorship. Costa Rica gets sponsored by Adidas, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Sponsor. So it's there. So you have these people, and you want remember setting up in our negotiation, and that's why what they do, they're spending their money, but they're ensuring the money is coming back to them.
Yeah.
They not take sponsor USC.
All right, so Marlon, we're gonna chop it off, right? So, and we have to get back to the people. And people, make sure they get likes to 200, because we have to chop it up, not on a daily basis, but definitely we came back as you guys said. So it's to 200. Big Brenjan said, is the fan attacking JFF a form of jungle justice? I don't know, I don't know, and I don't think so. But it is what it is. People speak their mind. Some will agree, some won't. But it is what it is, you get me? But we went through a lot of things that we researched, and some we agreed with Mr. Butler, and one we disagreed with Mr. Butler. Mr. Chung, I am not that type of person that supports him, you know. Yes, I don't support him straight up. It's not, I don't like how he sounds, but he's in the job, so he could prove us wrong. All right, so Marlon, thanks for joining us. All other guys them that join us, we will try and do it tomorrow. Maybe we'll have more time tomorrow. Maybe, not gonna promise you, but maybe. All right, yeah, man. So people, later I'm gonna be over the Imaxit doing Gambia, Uruguay, and we will talk international football. So let me learn some things if you're interested still, because I know it's the Jamaican drama alone who don't actually watch, you know. All right, so take your time, guys. Be safe. Smash the like button on your way out. Marlon, thanks again, Bossy. We will just sign out and join you tomorrow if so.
Everybody.
All right, respect, Marlon.